Hi, I wanted to share with you some key tips from a recent article I wrote on how to lead up. Now, I wrote about a recent incident I just experienced at a client, and you can read that full article if you follow the link in the comments below. But I wanted to share with you 4 key tips on how to lead or how to manage up. The first idea is to come prepared. Now, what I mean by that is come prepared to lead. So if you are joining a team, a project, an organization, or a board, come prepared with an understanding of what that team or project or organization is supposed to do, and more importantly, what your anticipated role in that new team or project is. And come prepared with some ideas on how you can contribute and with questions as to how you can best serve. Now, what I mean by that is, honestly, most individuals don't come prepared. They come with a blank slate, with an idea. They're just going to figure it out and wing it while they get there. But one of the key ideas in learning to manage or lead up is to immediately start positioning yourself as a leader. And a simple way to do that is to simply show up and be prepared, having done your homework, to lead. The second tip in learning to lead and manage up is to ensure that you don't push your own agenda too quickly. Now, what I mean by that is quite often many of us are frustrated by what the current leader or previous leaders have done or have not done. And so we have a whole laundry list of ideas of how we believe they should do things differently. And it takes all our willpower not to spew out our ideas one after the other. But if we do that, all we're going to do is immediately cause others to put up their barriers and resist what they view, and rightly so, are our criticisms. So instead of pushing our agenda and just laundry listing everything that we see them doing wrong, let's instead phase in our ideas of enhancements or adjustments or tweaks as opportunities arise. That way, we position ourselves as someone who can identify very quickly opportunities for improvement instead of someone who criticizes at every turn. The third way that we can manage or lead up is to ensure that we don't criticize those who have come before us. Now, even though, again, we might be frustrated by what the other leaders have not done or haven't done for years, that just amazes us, we can't criticize them because we're just going to cause them to put up barriers and resist any idea that we offer. So instead, we acknowledge the work and the service that they've done to date and then offer suggestions to take it to the next level. And the fourth way is that we simply do not take control and take over. And what I mean by this is when we're sharing our ideas of how to improve a process or a project or an operation, be prepared that the current leader or members of the team are going to say, well, then why don't you just do it? Or why don't you take over? How about if you take over? And what they're really saying was, here, why don't you do all the work then? And that's not how we lead. So instead of taking over the work of others, simply offer instead to work with them to get the project done. So work on a committee with them so that you can lead through them, yes, and probably teach them how to lead along the way. So you're not doing all the work yourself, but you're helping to get the work done through them. Again, you'll minimize the pushback and resistance from them. You'll minimize the bad branding that they might try to impose upon you, and you'll position yourself as someone who works with others to get things done. And that's how you lead up.